Chelsey Reist and Miss Nadia Hilker.
Whittle. And Nadia Hilker.
Take a chair, any chair. Take a chair. That's it. Where are we sitting?
I have no idea. I like this. This is all mine. Hey guys! Hello! Happy Sunday! Hey guys!
Happy Sunday.
Do you think we could fit that on the plane? This is so dope.
Great. But I can sit like a dude and not feel crotchy. Like I'm showing everyone my groin. You win, though. That's the win right there.
There's another one here. If you wanna learn.
Yeah, but then you gotta go like. And to be honest, you're probably not going to look that way when you've got these two this way, so you'll just ignore me over there.
Amen.
And nobody wants to see a grown man cry on stage.
You know.
Or you could just do that. Yeah, really just chill.
It's nice and chill.
I'm chill.
So what was it like working on the 100?
Well, yeah, it was, I mean, the weird thing was, like, I thought I was an archer. I wanted to be an archer, but I wound up being a grounder. And I was disappointed at first, but then I thought, you know, grounders are fucking hardcore. Like,
we're way better.
Yeah. Right? Who's team grounder? Nobody? Like one person. Sorry, guys.
You grounder pounder.
There is nothing wrong with pounding some ground.
How is everyone?
Silence.
See, you're learning. This is our third panel now, and now you're cheering back without us asking. But we're gonna do it again, and everyone's gonna be louder. We're gonna start here and do the wave all the way through. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Like always, if you have a question for the gang, Jennifer, is over there with the microphone, on our left, your right. We had a contest on Friday.
Is that bad?
There was,
So close.
we had a contest on Friday. You remember
we had a contest on Friday, did we? Oh, no, you did.
Well, we did.
You did, yeah.
You was out.
I didn't wuss out. I was just like, well, do you want me to do it with one arm or two?
But I believe there's a rematch, I think, coming. But instead of push-ups, it's sit-ups.
Yeah, you and Chelsey. Fun to watch. Oh, it would be so much fun to watch.
It would be so much fun because we're going to do the whole interview while you do it.
Yeah.
You just don't stop until we finish.
No, that's okay. Pass.
Just pass. I'm wearing leather pants. It could get
It's a hard
sweaty.
pass. They might rip.
Well, at least you have your clothes now.
Yes, that's good.
Congratulations. You're not a...
Yes, yeah. Last day, guys. Woo!
Last day. Time to go home. Hello. We've got some questions over on this one. Hi. Good morning.
Hi, I don't have a question. I just really wanted to apologize to Ricky for my question yesterday.
No. Oh, not
What
you.
happened? Wait,
He doesn't know.
We weren't sure. What
I know you knew it was a joke, but I just wanted to say.
Okay, let us all hear it. I want to know now.
So we were she came up and it was like this. We're asking questions, and she was like, "I have a question for Chelsey. The next time you come, could you bring someone else?"
I am so sorry.
And I know she meant like can you keep bringing more people? Blah 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 blah. But I was like the only other person on stage, and I was like, "Could you bring someone else?"
And then she was very specific. She was like Tassia.
Like, and I'm just like sat there going like, and I left. I got my coat. I obviously wasn't hunted, so I cried a little bit on the stage.
You're evil.
I really didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry.
No.
I cried all night. I've not slept.
Me too.
Oh, I'm joking. No, I'm not.
I called Tassia and I was like, "Where the fuck are you?"
They don't want you here.
No. As I said in person, I really really hope we didn't embarrass you. So we're all
No.
all love.
We're
I love
trying
it
our
too.
hardest to embarrass her.
I love you more. She's lying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So first of all, I want to say you all look fucking sexy.
Are you?
I have a question for Nadia. Should you do it in English or in German?
Whatever is better for you.
In Deutsch.
Deutsch?
Ja, Deutsch.
Ich spreche Sie Deutsch, ja.
Ja, ich spreche. Welche Dreharbeiten waren für dich härter? Für The 100 oder für The Walking Dead?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Walking Dead.
What was the question?
What's harder to film, Walking Dead or The 100? I think The Walking Dead is probably one of the toughest shows to be on in the world. I feel very confident to say that. It's just the hours and the humidity and the woods and the snakes and the dead deer that's just bathing in the sun and the smell, and then working with 30 people every day. You love, but you also learn to hate after an entire year of hanging out with them 18 hours a day. It's a very tough show, but I love it. And The 100 is just a bunch of crazy people that are just having the best time of their lives. Okay, that sounds like I hate The Walking Dead and I love The 100, which is not correct. I love them both, but they're very, very different shows.
Ja, kann ich verstehen. Bis dann.
Danke sehr. Hi.
I asked this one Christopher Lappen actually. Do you prefer Octavia or Blood Rainer?
It's about my wife, my girl, Octavia. I think if Lincoln stuck around, this Red Queen business wouldn't have happened, because I think Lincoln was very much a calming influence, and she went on the rampage because someone took her man. And I think that if Lincoln had stuck around, maybe joined up with Luna, there would have been a very powerful force for good, with less killing, because Lincoln got shit done without killing people. He killed when he had to, not because he wanted to. I just feel that he would have been able to kind of guide Octavia's rage and aggression to a more positive. There was actually a storyline where they went on together before I wanted to leave, which I was telling you
Which I didn't know.
yesterday. That,
I didn't know. This is getting juicy.
well, because there was a whole, before it all kind of kicked off, there was a big whole storyline where Octavia and Lincoln were going to move forward together and create this kind of rebellion, and they were going to fight together side by side, because Lincoln was training her up, and we were supposed to see like backstory of like that training and that kind of chemistry that they had, where he was really proud that she could fight, but then also proud that he had to keep pulling her back and stopping her, and it was kind of a nice thing to see her kind of tame her rage. But they would have moved forward and used it as power for good. And Luna was actually supposed to be like marrying Lincoln in their culture, but of course, because Lincoln refuses all ground the culture, like he moved away from the people and all that sort of thing. And there would have been a very interesting dynamic between when Lincoln turned up, as they did, because Lincoln was supposed to escape with Octavia and Kane and all those people to see Luna, and then it would have been a whole Luna, Lincoln, and Octavia triangle dynamic. You've got two powerful women kind of giving each other kind of evils like, who is bish? And Lincoln would have just been like, babe, no, but honey. But the thing is, sweetie, I caught up, and then it would have just been a massive, beautiful orgy of three wonderful people.
I don't know about that.
No, okay, that bit didn't happen.
I don't know about that.
That bit didn't
That part
happen.
was not
That's fanfic.
But yeah, so I preferred Octavia as she was, because I think there was just a bit more depth. I think after the Red business came, she was just angry, and I felt the story was lacking more depth in that, or they should have investigated more into all of her and that rage and helping her heal and stuff. Because I feel like we've got a great responsibility on TV and film that we can kind of educate, raise awareness and stuff, and show people that you can get through bad times. And I feel that the 100 failed in a lot of moments to show that there's a way through a dark tunnel and that you can find light at the end of the tunnel. And
Actually, for my character, I was really upset. Like, my whole character was only about peace and, you know, and then within one episode, she wanted to kill everyone. And, oh, yeah. Within one episode, going from, like, the entire time, she's only about peace and love and not wanting to kill anymore. And then within one episode, I read the scripts like, oh, I wanted to kill my brother is my line, I want to kill Lexa, I'm killing everyone, and she went batshit crazy. And I'm like,
good consistency.
I love that I built my character I really care about at this point, and now she's just batshit.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, because
And without explanation as well.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Yeah.
And that's what you just said was beautiful in terms of, you know, I think the show has a responsibility to, and I think, or I'm convinced that a lot of fans of the show love that about my character, that she was different and that she was standing for peace and love, and that they took that away within one episode was very upsetting. Yeah.
So, thank you very much, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
So my question is, if there were an apocalypse happening and you could choose one character from the 100 to protect you, who would you choose?
There is an apocalypse happening.
The show is an apocalypse and we are in an
No,
apocalypse.
here it's happening right now.
Well, Lincoln can't use Amazon Prime, so he's useless.
That's not going to exist during an apocalypse.
We're in an apocalypse.
Okay, but we're talking like a legit.
A legit,
The
A
100
real,
style.
like,
Okay.
end of
like a
day.
legit apocalypse, and like it sounds really vain, but I would choose Lincoln because he's a protector, provider. He's very selfless. He cares about others more than himself. So he's kind of handy to have around. You know, like if you're sharing a plate of fries, I think he'd give you the last one. He's that nice. I wouldn't. Definitely eat the plate to myself on the slide. You know, I'm one of those guys that keeps like candy in his pocket. And like, while you're not looking, I'm like, I'll go Lincoln.
I think because I'm so strong, so cool, I would choose a doctor. Dr. Sachin.
Dr. Sachin!
Dr. Sadish.
Sachin's gonna love
What's
that.
Sachin's name?
Dr. Sachin. What is
Who's Sachin's
name?
character?
Jackson.
Oh yes, Jackson. Dr. Sadish.
No, why have we never called him Sachin Jackson? It's so good.
Sachin Jackson.
He's probably called himself.
I predict Oh God, I hope he's seeing this hair. Yeah, to the mirror.
To the mirror. Sachin Jackson.
Sachin's so
Yeah.
He's got beautiful eyes too.
Oh.
It's nice to look at his
beautiful
eyes.
everything.
I know.
My answer. Someone ruthless. Like, I'm not effing around here. We're gonna like
Octavia.
Like, yeah. Maybe like Octavia, but Blood Reina, Octavia. It's a really controversial answer. I feel like it kind of. Yeah, Octavia. I'm
You
gonna say
also want to love. No, not love. You also want to laugh, right?
I want to laugh in an apocalypse?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know what? You're right.
I forgot about that, yeah. I
That's like the
don't want
most
to
important
I don't want
love Lincoln.
eat
I'll
human
go with
flesh.
Octavia, yeah, because then I
Yeah.
can love Octavia.
Yeah, but you're not going to laugh.
I mean, we could have some jokes.
But
I'm
that's
funny.
I don't see that being a funny thing. I don't
It's so serious.
So that's another thing that they constantly cut out of the 100, which really pissed me off. The amount of jokes and funny looks and things that we did with Octavia and Lincoln, and they cut out.
Shame.
Every time Lincoln smiled or had humor, it got cut. And I'm just like, you're missing like the connection, them having fun. It's not just, let's kill everyone and da-da-da. It was like, show the humanity, show the fun. And every time I showed that, it got cut. So that was annoying.
I loved the stoic nature. I wasn't there to see that.
No, I love the story,
Yeah.
but when you balance it with humor,
Right.
it makes them human.
So is that why you picked Dr. Sachin? Because he's gonna make you laugh?
100%.
Who would you pick?
I'd probably pick Octavia.
She can't cook. She doesn't know anything about medicine. I'm just saying.
She's not funny.
She's not funny.
She's a babe.
She's good looking.
She's smoking though.
She's good looking. But that's the thing though, a CW show, like everybody's good looking on a CW show.
I don't know.
That's what they say, huh?
That's
what they
theory.
say.
That's why they killed me off. Next question.
Spoiler.
Boom.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Last question, make it a good one, no pressure.
Hey, I hope you're doing great today.
Oh, okay. Well, it was good. It was good, yeah?
And I wanted to ask if you can speak some Gronda language for us.
I couldn't speak it when I was on the show.
Same here.
I said this yesterday. Like, so I was the original Ground. I was the OG, and they came to me with the David dude, the Game of Thrones guy who invented the language, and they're like, "We're gonna make you build this, and this is how it's gonna sound, and blah blah blah." And so I did it, and I worked really hard, like thinking about how it was gonna sound, and I kind of wanted to have this kind of European feel to it. So I threw in like a kind of like a French tone, and so when I was doing it, blah 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 blah. Mine's like Lincoln's Ground sounded French, Indra's kind of sounded like African, and then like others sounded like Jamaican. And like what was yours like?
I couldn't do it.
You just couldn't. You just.
I mean it. I think that's why they stopped having me speak it, because I got 3 lines, and I was just, I kid you not, I would say one word, and then we'd be like, I just turn up. The director was like, I don't think that's right. And I'm like, I think it's right. He's like, I don't think that's what you're supposed to say. And every take, I was just making up stuff. And then I was just cracked, and I'm a very professional actor, I know that. Like, I'm very proud of that. But with Grounder, I couldn't do it.
There are some, like literally, I remember, like, now that I think about it, there was this one line, and no matter how I said it, I could not sound more Jamaican.
I couldn't memorize it.
No, this
how
is
did
not...
you, like, really, how did you memorize it?
Because I do it in like a musical way. It's like a music
But
for me.
you're memorizing words that don't exist, so how can you memorize
Well,
it?
that's what I mean. I'm just listening to a musical thing. So there was a moment when Lincoln's with Octavia and she's all like sad, and they're next to the horse, who had an erection during the whole scene.
Oh my god, that fucking horse.
And Marie just kept getting really distracted. No, I'm not the horse. Listen, different show. But like, I'm looking deep into Marie's eyes, and it's a really special moment, and I'm like, ground up in here, no out there. And I sounded like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid. I'm like, I did it like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, can we go again? I'm getting Little Mermaid, hold on. Ground up in here, no out there. Boy, no out there. There's no other way to say it, because it's a made up language, and I'm just like, no out there. No, it's a weird language. It's a very intelligent dude, but like, no one's like, you guys know way more than us.
People apparently, they get educated in it, like there's classes at school to do it. It's so funny for someone who doesn't speak it, but you have to hear it in a scene, so you know the other actor has practiced it, but all you hear are like, your brain tries to put words that you know into what they're saying. There was this very intense scene with Pike, and he was just getting really mad, and all I heard was, I want a dumpling. Like, every time, and we were all like trying so hard not to laugh, because it just sounded like, I want a dumpling.
I mean, on the Walking Dead, I get to do sign language, which I love so much. But even, I mean, that makes sense though. Like, it's, you know, the signs, and it just makes sense, but Grounder, no. I think that's also maybe why they killed me off. They were like, that does not work.
I remember you can't stay on because a lot of people died along with, especially like Grounders, so I remember this one.
Especially Grounders.
Yeah, yeah, thank you very much for the question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us this morning.
We're not going anywhere, we're staying here. This is us for the day. Yeah.
May I do just
We're gonna hand out sandwiches, so just stay where you are.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, there's some sandwiches in the bag. Everyone's getting a sandwich. You get a sandwich. You get a sandwich. You get a sandwich. You get a sandwich.
Hey, I have a quick question that I would ask my friends in private, but since we're actors and we're on stage and do it in public, I just want to know how you've been handling this wild time. time in the world and how you're doing. How you doing? How you doing, Nadia?
I got a Romanian street dog puppy, which I love. And it was a lot of work. It's still a lot of work.
Adopt, don't shop.
Huh?
Adopt, don't shop.
Wow. That's intense. But yeah. That's very intense.
Do you miss him so much?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I spent an entire year in Germany. But I will say the fact that I had a job I knew I was returning to made all the difference.
Yeah. Oh,
That
something
made,
to hope for.
I knew we would, I knew we were going back. I knew, and I don't know what it would have been like without that.
I'll tell you.
Tell me.
You eat a lot. Oh God, you both looked at me so seriously there.
Oh, okay.
Poor girl.
Are you okay?
Okay. I'm happy you got the puppy. Became a mommy. Yeah. What about you?
Well, like that, I mean, I know that I've got stuff lined up. I've got some movies and stuff, but because of COVID, they just keep getting pushed. And so it's that unknowing where you just don't know when you're going to go back.
I had that.
And so, obviously, it's very hard to motivate yourself, sometimes, because I'm known for a certain physique and stay fit. But you don't want to just stay fit for 2 years for no reason, because at first it's like, is it a couple of months? And so at the beginning I was staying fit, and then you're just like, I want a burger, I want pizza, and so it's like, you don't want to let yourself go too much because you don't want to have to work out so hard to get back, but then you don't want to stay so disciplined that you miss out on just relaxing and having fun. Because this is the most time off I've had since my career started. In like 10 years or whatever, longer. Of course it's longer than 10 years, what are you talking about? Nearly 20 years. So it's been tough kind of just maintaining, you feel like you lack a purpose, because it's like, well, what do? I only like to stay fit for work, because I hate training, I hate working out, I hate dieting and stuff, so you kind of just sat like that, and there's only so much you can read the script. Like, I know the script inside out. It could now be a play, we could perform it on stage, so after that, you just start, like, I did stuff on my Instagram, I started learning, it was so I started learning a little bit of sign language and Spanish. I was painting. I bought a keyboard and started learning some classical music.
Wow.
No. So the thing is, but I was just learning one song, like one crazy song, so that, because when you look at me, you're like, jock, bet he's dumb as hell. And then you sit at a really fancy hotel, and then I just start playing Beethoven or something, I'm just like this.
That would be brilliant. But also shirtless.
Agreed. And then I just leave and walk off, and they don't know that that's the only song I know. They just think, he's amazing. Wow.
So did you get there? Did you learn?
No, I finished after about the first verse. I gave up because I'm also OCD, so like, if I'm not amazing at it straight away, I get pissed off. So I pick up the guitar and I'm like, Kurt Cobain. Nope. The piano, I'm like, I'm Hans Zimmer. Nope. Back to the burgers.
All right, now I like you again. For a moment we were like, oh yeah, I learned to play the guitar and I learned sound like
No.
But now I like you again.
I tried everything and realized I suck at everything. So I'm just gonna stick to acting and eating.
Isn't it so fun though? I know obviously COVID is terrible, but to be given that opportunity to try everything, to just have a hiatus.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that was very frustrating for me because I always had the excuse, if I only had time, I would start learning the piano.
Yes,
I
you have
would
to hold yourself
and then I
accountable.
finally had the time, and I didn't do it. So that was a very hard truth.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, even if I had time.
There's lots that we've learned.
You have those ideas about yourself, what you would be doing, and I learned no, you just.
You've been doing the same thing.
Well, I appreciate your answers. And
what about you, Chelsey? No.
I did. I cooked a lot. I worked out. I picked up dancing again. I grew up as a ballerina, a professional dancer internationally, and I picked up dancing again. And I bought point shoes for the first time as an adult.
Like alone at home?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm sure my neighbor below hated it. I felt so, not tap dancing, boo, tap dancing. Sorry for tap dancers here.
Mr. Bojangles?
But like, did you set yourself a time every day?
Yes,
Every
because
day?
I would take an online class, like at 6 p.m. So class.
Amazing.
And then I felt so sexy in my pointe shoes that I would just like try wearing them around the house, like cooking and shit.
Of course, it's getting sexual again.
Yeah, no, but my toes look really gross now, so I've lost all the money for my feet pics. I'm joking, guys. Anyway, yeah, I picked up dancing again.
It's great.
Yeah.
But then you actually got more out of it than the two of us combined. I mean, I got a dog.
Yeah.
My trade is it.
And I know the first verse of
Exactly.
a song.
Big applause.
I know it's not know anything else.
It doesn't look very convincing, guys. I don't know. Don't let him fool you.
So basically, you've done the same thing that everybody else has done in the pandemic.
Fail.
Worried about work.
Listen,
Worried about
We're only
trying to
human.
improve yourself.
my tan and gardening is on point.
Nice.
I turned into my dad actually. I started gardening. Like I used to make fun of my dad, like in the garden, like doing all his flowers and stuff. And then I find myself literally go to the garden and I'll just go like Jumanji, just like imagining stuff, just popping up, just going. Need a tree there. Rip those out, some flowers, maybe red, pink. No, pink's good, pink. Let's dig this up. I don't like this. I'll remove this. I'm my dad. I'm an old man now. It sucks.
Do you garden barefoot?
I don't wear pants. No one can see me. I live in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of cool. I got no, like my neighbors are too far away. You can't see anything. And so, like, unless you've got a telescope, if you have, you got a great show. But during the pandemic, I literally lived in shorts. Like, and I'm English, so I like short shorts. So I got like these tiny little shorts. And I used to do all my Zooms and interviews and stuff like that in the shorts, but with just a nice shirt. And like, so I'd just be like, basically naked from the waist down.
Can you imagine if we kept that in real life?
I think that's
like now that
that's a good picture for us to just hold, right?
No, you shouldn't be holding anything.
And on Ricky Whittle and his
Okay, I will say one last thing though. What I'm really grateful for, I spent the year here in Germany, and I got to spend so much time with my parents, and I'm so grateful for that. Yeah. So I hope that all of you, even though it was a really hard time, got to spend more time with family and friends and people you love, and because that's very valuable.
that's what this has brought us, the reminder that that's
Yeah.
so important. Yeah. Well, I'm grateful for your answers and you guys.
And a great to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Stay safe.